Hello friends, welcome back to the Life After 60 channel. Today, we're talking about something that affects everyone as they age, but no one seems to want to discuss. Those mysterious odors that can start to develop as we get older. Let me be straightforward with you. If you've ever walked into a room and caught a whiff of something unpleasant, only to realize with horror that it might be coming from you, you're not alone. Medical professionals are finally opening up about what they call age-associated body odors, and I'm here to share the 5 overlooked areas that might be causing these unwanted scents. Before we dive in, it's important to understand that these changes happen for scientific reasons. As we age, our body chemistry naturally shifts. The composition of fatty acids on our skin changes, particularly increasing compounds like 2-nonenal, which research has linked specifically to aging. Our skin becomes thinner, which affects how our natural oils are processed and released. Additionally, hormonal changes alter our sweat composition and sebum production. Understanding these biological changes helps us address them effectively, rather than simply masking symptoms. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and stay with me until the end, because number 5 genuinely surprised even me after decades in wellness education. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment "fresh is best" below if you find this helpful. 1. The back of your neck and hairline. This first one was a personal revelation. It happened during a family gathering when my teenage niece leaned in for a hug and then pulled back slightly. Nothing rude, just enough hesitation for me to notice. Later that evening, I asked if everything was okay. With the refreshing honesty that only teenagers possess, they said, "Your neck has a particular smell. Not bad, just distinctive." That comment sent me straight to the bathroom to investigate. My clothes were clean. I'd showered that morning. But sure enough, the back of my neck and hairline felt slightly tacky to the touch. Here's what research tells us. As we age, our skin produces more of a compound called nonenal, which creates a particular scent that younger people don't typically emit. These compounds concentrate where we have the most sebaceous glands, including the hairline and neck. What's particularly interesting is how medication affects this process. Many common prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation can alter your body chemistry and intensify these natural odors. Studies show that over 70% of adults over 65 take at least one medication that can influence body odor. If you've noticed changes after starting a new prescription, this could be why. What makes it worse? Many of us are diligent about washing our faces and bodies, but might rush through or completely miss the hairline and back of the neck, especially if we have limited mobility or wear our hair in certain styles. The solution is simple but requires intention. During your shower or bath, use gentle circular motions with a soft cloth along your hairline. Pay special attention to the nape of your neck. Consider using a mild antibacterial soap in these areas. Fully dry these areas after washing. Try an alcohol-free witch hazel toner on these areas to regulate oil production. If you're taking medications known to affect body odor, consider showering in the evening as well as morning. Since incorporating these steps into my routine, the difference has been remarkable. My niece hasn't hesitated during a hug since. 2. Inside your footwear. Let's talk about your shoes. When was the last time you actually examined the inside of your most frequently worn pair? Most of us take great care of the exterior of our footwear. We polish them, wipe off mud, and store them neatly. But the inside, that's often neglected territory. Here's something that might surprise you. Each of your feet contains over 250,000 sweat glands. That's 250,000 tiny moisture factories working overtime, especially as circulation changes with age. When that moisture seeps into your insoles and isn't properly addressed, it creates the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi. The result? A distinctive odor that follows you everywhere you go. What many people don't realize is that foot odor changes significantly with age. Due to decreased immune function, older adults are 4 to 5 times more likely to develop fungal foot infections than younger adults. These infections often start subtly with just a slight odor before developing into more serious conditions. Additionally, diabetes, which affects about 27% of adults over 65, can cause increased sweating and changes in foot odor that may signal dangerous complications if left unchecked. After developing a persistent foot odor myself, I consulted a podiatrist who immediately pointed to my favorite walking shoes as the culprit. I was embarrassed, but they assured me this is incredibly common, especially for active people over 50. Here's my footwear maintenance routine that has made all the difference. Rotate your shoes daily to allow each pair to fully dry out. Remove insoles regularly and wash them with mild soap and water. Sprinkle baking soda inside shoes overnight to absorb moisture and odors. Consider antimicrobial inserts for leather shoes or boots. Use cedar shoe trees to absorb moisture and maintain shape. For those with diabetes or circulation issues, check feet daily and use an antimicrobial spray recommended by your podiatrist. Consider socks with silver-infused fibers, which have been clinically proven to reduce bacteria by up to 99.9%. Remember, you can be impeccably groomed, but if your shoes harbor odor-causing bacteria, that scent will transfer to your feet and follow you throughout your day. 3. Your favorite furniture. Picture this. It's evening. You're in your favorite spot, that perfectly worn-in recliner or the corner of the sofa that feels like it was molded specifically for your body. You've got your evening ritual, perhaps a book, some television, maybe a warm drink. Pure comfort. Now imagine you've been sitting in that exact spot almost every day for years. What you might not realize is that your favorite furniture becomes a repository for dead skin cells, natural body oils, and perspiration. The science here is fascinating. Humans shed approximately 500 million skin cells every day. That's over 9 pounds of dead skin cells annually. As we age, our skin turnover slows, but the shedding continues. These cells contain proteins that break down over time and release that distinctive aged scent. When combined with the natural oils your body produces, which change in composition as you age, your furniture essentially becomes a time capsule of your body's chemistry. Most concerning, our sense of smell diminishes as we age, so we might not even notice when our furniture begins to develop an odor. Research shows that by age 60, most people have lost 40 to 50% of their olfactory function. This means you might be completely unaware of scents that younger visitors can detect immediately when they enter your home. This doesn't mean you're not clean. It simply means you're human. We all shed skin cells and produce natural oils. But there are ways to keep your favorite spots fresh. Once weekly, sprinkle baking soda on upholstery. Let it sit for 30 minutes, then vacuum thoroughly. Consider seasonal deep cleaning with a rented steam cleaner or professional service. Use washable covers on your favorite spots and launder them regularly. Place moisture-absorbing products nearby if you live in a humid climate. Keep windows open when possible to promote air circulation. Consider an air purifier with a HEPA filter and activated carbon, which can capture both particles and odors. For valuable furniture, look into professional ozone treatment annually, which neutralizes odors at the molecular level rather than masking them. When I implemented these practices, a visiting friend actually commented on how fresh my home smelled, without knowing I'd made any changes. For your wardrobe, let's venture into what I call the Fabertime capsule. Your closet or wardrobe. This space houses items you wear regularly, pieces saved for special occasions, and probably some things you haven't touched in years. Even if every garment was freshly laundered before being hung up, clothes can develop a musty, stale odor over time simply from being in an enclosed space. This is especially true in humid climates or during seasonal changes. What's happening at the molecular level is fascinating. Textiles trap compounds from your skin, the air, and previous environments. Synthetic fabrics like polyester are particularly problematic. Research shows they harbor bacteria that produce thioalcohols, which are compounds responsible for some of the most pungent body odors. Natural fibers aren't immune either, but they tend to release odors more readily when aired out. The problem? That faint, dusty scent transfers to you the moment you put those clothes on. You might be perfectly clean, but your clothing carries an aged scent that others might notice. Here's my closet maintenance system. Install a small dehumidifier if you live in a humid area. Leave closet doors open periodically to improve air circulation. Use cedar blocks or lavender sachets as natural fresheners. Avoid overcrowding. Clothes need space to breathe. Seasonally assess items for cleaning or donation. For special occasion clothes rarely worn, use breathable garment bags and include activated charcoal packets. Consider washing synthetic fabrics with vinegar occasionally to break down bacterial biofilms. For particularly stubborn odors and natural fibers, try freezing the garment overnight to kill odor-causing bacteria. Did you know that washing machines themselves can harbor odor-causing bacteria? Clean your washing machine monthly by running an empty hot water cycle with 2 cups of vinegar to prevent transferring musty smells to your clean laundry. I've found that clothing stored in breathable garment bags stays fresher than items left exposed. And anything I haven't worn in 2 years gets donated. Someone else can enjoy it while I free up space for proper air circulation. 5. Between your toes and skin folds. This last area might make you uncomfortable, but it's perhaps the most important. As we age, our skin thins and natural folds deepen. Areas where skin touches skin, whether that's between toes, underarms, in the groin area, or any natural fold, become perfect environments for bacteria growth. The medical term for this is intertrigo, inflammation occurring in skin folds where moisture becomes trapped. A recent geriatric study found that over 65% of adults above age 70 experience some form of intertrigo, yet fewer than 20% seek medical advice for it. The resulting bacterial and fungal growth doesn't just cause odor, it can lead to serious infections if untreated. Many of us were taught basic hygiene as children, but weren't given specific instructions about these areas. And as mobility decreases with age, these spots become increasingly difficult to properly clean and dry. What many don't realize is that certain medical conditions dramatically increase your risk. Diabetes affects your body's microbiome and makes you more susceptible to fungal infections. Thyroid conditions alter your sweat composition. Even commonly prescribed medications can change your skin's pH balance, creating perfect conditions for odor-producing microorganisms. I learned this lesson after developing a persistent rash that my doctor immediately identified as a fungal infection in a skin fold. The solution wasn't complicated, but it required changing habits I'd had for decades. Here's what I recommend. Use a soft washcloth to clean between toes and in all skin folds. Dry these areas thoroughly. Consider using a hair dryer on a cool setting if mobility is limited. Apply cornstarch or a medicated powder to areas where skin meets skin, where natural, breathable fabrics that wick moisture away from the body. Consider antimicrobial products specifically designed for skin folds. For those with diabetes, check skin folds daily for any changes in color or texture. Use pH-balanced cleansers rather than traditional soaps, which can disrupt your skin's natural defenses. Consider specialized long-handled tools if mobility issues make reaching difficult. Since implementing these practices, not only have I eliminated unwanted odors, but I've also prevented several potential infections. Here's what medical professionals want you to know. The natural process of aging does change your body chemistry and can affect your scent, but developing strong, unpleasant odors is not an inevitable part of getting older. Recent research from Japan's Shiseido Research Center has identified that the compound 2-nonenal increases significantly after age 40, creating what scientists objectively identify as aging odor. However, their studies also show that proper hygiene practices can reduce its presence by up to 70%. Your diet plays a crucial role too. Foods high in antioxidants like berries, leafy greens, and certain spices can actually change your body chemistry from the inside out. Studies show that consuming at least 3 to 5 servings of antioxidant-rich foods daily can significantly reduce age-related body odors by combating oxidative stress at the cellular level. Hydration is equally important, not just drinking water, but maintaining proper moisture levels in your skin. Dehydrated skin accelerates cell death and subsequent odor-causing bacterial decomposition. Dermatologists recommend water-based moisturizers with ceramides to maintain your skin's natural barrier function. With intentional care and attention to these often overlooked areas, you can maintain freshness at any age. Remember, aging is a privilege many don't get to experience, but smelling aged is entirely optional. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're clearly someone who values both honesty and self-care. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Life After 60 channel, and comment below with "fresh is best" to let me know you're committed to healthy aging. One last bonus tip. Try keeping a journal of when you notice changes in body odor. Track it against your medications, diet, stress levels, and activities. Many people discover patterns that help them address the root causes rather than just managing symptoms. Until next time, stay fresh, stay confident, and remember, we're not just getting older, we're getting better.